Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs may have won a national championship last week, but it is still recruiting season. It is mid-January, and now coaches are across the country checking in on some top programs and some of their top targets in the 2023 class. That's what this video is all about. Where was Kirby Smart this week? Where was Todd Monken? Where was the Georgia staff? Who were they checking on? That's really what I got for you. But first, I want to talk about the national championship parade and give a list of a few top targets who were there in Athens to celebrate Georgia's national championship. The first guy I want to talk about is Justice Haynes, one of the top running back prospects in the entire country out of Blessed Trinity High School in Roswell. UGA legacy. His father, Veron Haynes, caught the game-winning pass against Tennessee in 2001, the hobnail boot play. And Justice Haynes is going to be one of the all-time running backs in the state of Georgia. He just carries the load for the Titans, has speed, agility, power, can make you miss, can run through you. Rushed for over 2,000 yards easily last year as a junior. And I think he's the number 3, number 4 running back prospect in the country. Major Georgia target. He was in town. He likes Alabama. He likes a few other schools, but Georgia is absolutely a team to know here. And he's definitely one of their top running back targets in the 2023 class. Another guy in town, Dylan Lonergan, big-time quarterback out of Brookwood High School, multi-year starter for the Broncos. He's got crazy arm strength. He's a baseball player. That right arm is something special. He's got offers from Ohio State, Stanford, a few others, but he was in Athens this past week, and I think Georgia really rose towards the top of his list. Now, Arch Manning, the 5-star quarterback from New Orleans, is the big target there, but Dylan Lonergan, definitely a guy to keep an eye on, dual threat kid who is in Athens, and he told me personally that Georgia is rising on his list of schools. Caleb Downs, 5-star safety, the number 1 safety in America out of Mill Creek High School. Definitely a prospect to know. Ball hawk. I mean, the guy loves making plays on the football, can play offense, but he is a free safety who can come down and hit. Will Muschamp has made him a top priority. He went to go see Caleb Downs play against West Forsyth High School earlier this year. He was in Athens, and he's another guy who I think Georgia were behind a few other schools going into the season. But I think after this visit for the championship parade, he knows that Georgia can go out and win it all. I think Georgia has climbed the list for him. Another in-state guy to know, Vic Burley, 5-star edge defender out of Warner Robins. Listen, hey, sorry, my dog is barking over here. He's ready to get out, but we're talking recruiting right now. So Vic Burley, you can't let your top targets from Middle Georgia leave. There's no reason ever why a major Georgia target from the middle of the state should be going anywhere else. Vic Burley loves Clemson a lot, and I think he's open to a lot of different schools, but Georgia is absolutely a team in the mix for him as well. He was in town. If he could stay healthy, he's going to be a big-time player, maybe early in his college career, but number 2 player in the state for me, maybe number 3. I have to go back and check my rankings, but Vic Burley, edge defender out of Warner Robins, definitely a prospect to know. They had lots of other guys in attendance. The list goes on and on. Of course, that is over on Dog Post. Lawson Lucky, 4-star tight end commitment from Norcross, was in town. I've got a story coming up on him soon. Pierce Sperlin, another 4-star tight end commit that they have. He was in town. So plenty of talent was there to watch Georgia's national championship parade. So this week, Kirby Smart, Todd Monken, and Del McGee went to go see another top running back in the 2023 class, Reuben Owens out of El Campo in Houston, Texas. Number 2 running back prospect in the country, was one of the leading rushers across the country and did it in Texas. He's been a guy that I've been trying to talk about for a while now. His recruitment started almost in middle school, so he's been the real deal for years and years now. Still just a junior in high school, but he is a major Georgia target. And Kirby Smart stopped by his school, earlier this week just to check on him and the rest of his teammates. Del McGee was also stayed in Houston to go see Julian Humphrey, 2022 signee. He's not an early enrollee, but he did sign with Georgia during the early signing day period, and he will enroll later this spring. But he's a guy that Georgia fought off Florida for at the very end. Definitely a guy to remember down the road. Dylan Bell, 4-star wide receiver. He did not sign in the early signing day period, but he will sign in February on the 2nd with Georgia. Kirby Smart stopped by his school to make sure everything was okay there. Took a picture of him, as you can see. So He's definitely a guy to remember as well. Big possession receiver out of the Kincaid School, made a lot of plays, but he's a guy who can block on the edge. If you want to play receiver at Georgia, you better know how to block and do it efficiently, and that's what he brings as well. Big, strong hands too, but he can also block on the edge. Of course, we said earlier in my other video, Arch Manning was a guy that Kirby Smart and the staff checked on earlier this week, and Todd Hartley was out in Arizona checking on some of the top tight end prospects in the country that just happen to live out there. But he's got his 2 on board, Pierce Spurlin and Lawson Lucky. But this is, the time when they go and hit schools up and try to find new players. They're going to be in South Georgia today, from what I've been told. So quick trip out to New Orleans, quick trip out to Texas, and now coming home to see some of their top in-state targets in the Peach State. Buddy, hey, come here. Hey, come here. No, he's not placing. He's making a lot of noise, though. But that's how it is. The staff is doing everything they can on the recruiting trail. Again, listen, if you thought it was easy for them to recruit earlier when they told parents and kids, hey, we're on the verge of winning a championship. We're almost there. We can do it. Now it's even easier to say that they have one. They know how to do it. And listen, I do think that there's another national championship coming. Maybe not this year, maybe not the year after that, but Kirby Smart is building something. The defensive talent he brought in this class, the 2022 class, I think this group is going to see a national championship. He builds defenses, and if he can get the quarterback position locked down with a 5-star, I guess, that the fans want to see. Stetson Bennett won it for him this past year, but there's still plenty of Georgia fans who do not want to see him next year. So eventually he will get the quarterback position down so where there is a guy that the fans are happy and comfortable with, but the defense is going to lead the way. The running game is going to lead the way, and they've got that's where they want to fill in this 23 class. They need running backs. They need more defenders. They took a whole bunch in 22, but the 23 class is deep, especially in the secondary. They've got a couple guys on board already, and that's what they want to end the class with. So much going on. There's so many notes, tidbits over on Dog Post. More stories about recruit reactions from the parade, where the staff was this week on the recruiting trail. I've got a lot going on. Make sure you head over to Dog Post to read everything that I cannot say on these YouTube videos. But guys, I really appreciate y'all watching this video as always. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I'll see you on the website.